Let's update a local breaking news story, which has been keeping Wichita police busy all night long. Officers surrounding an apartment building on South Seneca, seeking a man wanted for several crimes.
Now, it started yesterday afternoon and turned into a marathon. KAKE's Jordan Shefty is live at the scene with an update. Jordan, what's going on?
Yeah, Mike and Jamel, the waiting game continues this morning. You can see police over here blocking the entrance. I just talked with them not too long ago. They say that they're frankly just waiting for the suspect to make a move. They're watching and making sure that nothing dangerous happens, but they are not going to provoke anything. Now, this all started yesterday at about 1:30 in the afternoon at the Kmart at 47th and Broadway. Shots were fired inside of the store near the pharmacy. No one was injured in that, and police followed the suspect's car to these apartments here. These are in the 4100 block of South Seneca. The apartments are called the South Lake Village Apartments. Now, police have been here ever since in a standoff with the suspect. They believe that the suspect is 27-year-old Jared Lee Wusapiti. The same man is wanted for a stabbing that occurred on the 4th of July. Now, the shots were fired out here at the complex at around 9 o'clock last night. Again, no one was injured in that shooting. And so take a look at this video that we have from last night. Residents were kept from entering the complex for most of the day. Finally, at about 8 p.m., people who live in all but 3 of the buildings were allowed in. At about 11 o'clock last night, police told those residents they were working with apartment management to find shelter.
They're just wanting to make arrangements for those of us that can't get back into our apartment tonight because they're just not sure when we're going to be able to get back in there.
Police told those residents it was simply too dangerous for them to go back to their apartments during the standoff. Now, not only were some residents not allowed in, but I talked with some who say that their mom has not been allowed out. They say that she was working in an office right across from where the suspect is locked in. They say that police came over. She's in there with about 6 other people. They say that police came over, told them to lock their doors, stay inside, do not leave that area. So we've got a case of people not being allowed in, not being allowed out. It's made for a very long night for a number of people out here. Reporting live, Jordan Shefty, KAKE News.
Let's update you now on local breaking news, a story which has been keeping Wichita police busy all night. Officers surrounding an apartment building on South Seneca in Wichita, seeking a man wanted for several crimes.
Now, it all started yesterday afternoon and turned into a marathon. KAKE's Jordan Shefty is live at the scene with an update. Jordan.
Yeah, Mike and Jamel, the standoff continues. Nothing has changed out here with that. This has been going on all throughout the night. Police have been talking, trying to negotiate with the suspect to try to get him to come out of his apartment safely. Now, what has changed out here just recently is the number of people who are coming and going from the apartment complex. We have seen a few people here within just the past half hour coming who have been out of their apartment all throughout the night. They are coming to check to see if they can get back in yet. I've talked to some of them. They say that while it is frustrating, they understand why they are being kept out of there, and they are trying to stay away for their own safety. But as you can imagine, they are anxious to return home. It's been a long night for many people out here. Now, the suspect, here's a picture of him. Police believe the suspect is 27-year-old Jared Lee Wusapiti. He has been, again, inside of the apartment all throughout the night. Police trying to talk with him, trying to get him to come out. We are being kept quite a distance from the apartment complex. You can see them down this road, and the media is clear back here at the entrance, so we can't really see or hear anything from our standpoint, but we are relying on police here at the checkpoint where they are blocking people from going back to 3 apartment buildings back there. We're relying on police right here to provide us with any updated information. They say that so far nothing has changed. They are still playing that cat and mouse game with the suspect they've been playing all night long. We will stay out here and continue to track this story, and we'll bring you the latest as soon as any new information becomes available. Reporting live in Southwest Wichita, Jordan Shefty, KAKE News.
Police used flashbangs that you saw there in attempts to drive a man out of his apartment as a standoff continues in South Wichita. The suspect believed to be the same man who tried to rob a South Wichita Kmart yesterday afternoon.
It's taking place at an apartment complex right now in the 4100 block of South Seneca. KAKE's Jordan Shefty has been on the scene since early this morning. She is live with the latest. Jordan.
Yeah, Mike and Jamel, for over 20 hours now, police have been involved in a standoff with the suspect in these South Lake Village apartments. For the safety of everyone involved, police have not made entry into the apartment yet, but many are ready for this waiting game to end.
That and knowing if she's going to be okay.
They say their mom is locked in at the apartment office right across from where a standoff has been taking place for hours.
Police officers, they locked down the door, and there's 6 other people that are in there with her, I guess, when it happened.
While their mom is locked in, others are locked out.
I understand what the situation is, so you just try to make the best of it.
Phil Lukinge says one of the main things he's concerned about is his dog in his apartment.
I'm sure she had plenty of food and water, but you know, it's been since this time yesterday morning that I've been in my apartment.
Alyssa Cooper is also locked out, and for good reason. She lives in apartment 803. The suspect locked in right next door in apartment 804.
He's very secretive, to himself, doesn't really talk to anybody.
Police say they have communicated with the suspect, Jared Lee Woosapiti, but that he is not being cooperative. They say he is armed and has fired gunshots. Police have deployed tear gas, but that effort has been ineffective.
He had barricaded himself in the bathroom in such a way that the tear gas did not penetrate.
A new round of SWAT members were brought in around 9 a.m. to relieve fatigued crews. So far, no one has been injured, and police want to keep it that way.
And we're being patient. You know, some people probably say, why don't you just go in, guns blazing, and ram the apartments. We're being very careful, being very cautious, because we do not want any of our members to get hurt.
Crews believe Woosapiti may have broken through his wall and gained access to a neighboring apartment. Police say the objective right now is containment and that they will continue to approach with caution while the rest of us sit here and wait. Reporting live in South Wichita, Jordan Shefty, Cake News.
Continue to track local breaking news this midday. A standoff continues in South Wichita. The suspect believed to be the same man who tried to rob a South Wichita Kmart yesterday afternoon.
Cake's Jordan Shefty is live in South Wichita to explain. Jordan.
Mike and Jamel, the standoff has been going on now for over 20 hours. Police say that they are approaching the situation with caution. I'm joined now by Lieutenant Doug Nolte. Doug, where's the standoff at right now?
Well, right now we're, as you said, in the middle of the 20th hour. We're have got a team in place responding to it. Not a whole lot new to report right now, but the situation is continually being monitored.
This has been a long one, right? What is this like for those who are trying to negotiate with him to come out?
Yeah, this is a long standoff. It's required us to use the resources of surrounding counties and towns, which we're very thankful for. That takes some time to get those resources in place. But the number one thing that we're committed to is keeping the community safe. And so in doing that, so it takes time, and that's where we want people to understand this is not just something that we rush into and deal with it, but we take our time with it.
All right, and still no idea when residents may be allowed back home?
You know, we want to get them back as soon as possible, but we want to get them back as soon as possible safely. And so with that said, you know, I wish I could give a timetable, but I can't.
All right, well, thank you, Doug. You heard it from him. This is ongoing, and we will continue to stay out here and track the progress, and we'll bring you any updates as soon as they become available. Reporting live in South Wichita, Jordan Shefty, Cake News.